Hi everyone, today is January 13th, 2020. I'm going to take you through our workout. Our workout's got two parts. We're going to go through a strength session or portion, and then we are going to go through our Metcon. So the strength session is going to be the overhead squat. We're going to do 3 sets of 5 reps. And then our Metcon is going to be 20 dumbbell alternating squat snatches, and then up downs over the dumbbell. So you're going to do 20 of those, then 16, then 12. Okay, so for this workout, we're going to prep that overhead position that could be very challenging for some. So we're definitely going to spend some time working on this. We're not really focusing on getting extremely heavy. We're working on that mobility piece. All right. So for our warm up, we're going to go through a general warm up, about 2 to 3 sets of jump rope. So we're going to go through 30 or 30 single unders or double unders. Then we're going to do some tempo air squats. So we're just going to get into that squat position. We're going to count 2 seconds down. 1, 2. Pause for a second. And then come up 1, 2. So it's going to look like this: 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 1. All right. So we want to take it nice and slow, start to wake things up, get our hips going. Then we're going to grab our PVC pipe. Get a nice wide grip on our bar, chest up, belly tight. Shrug your shoulders up, and then we're going to go through our pass through. We're going overhead today, so we want to definitely get a stretch. All right. So we'll do 10 of those, and you're going to grab a very light plate. If you don't have plate, grab very light dumbbells. You're just going to get it overhead. You're going to press, hold at the top for a second, and then bring it back down to your head, and then press straight up. So we'll go through about 2 to 3 sets of that, and then we're going to review the overhead squat. So now the overhead squat is going to be very challenging. So we want to get at that wide grip. Okay, we're getting that barbell overhead. So for our warm up, we're going to warm up some snatches as well, because we might be picking it up from the ground. So we'll do a hang muscle snatch. And what a hang muscle snatch is, I'll show you to you. So you're just going to dip and then flip the bar all the way up. So I'll break it down in slow motion. You're going to dip down to that power position. You're going to thrust up. That bar is going to start to travel, and then you're going to finish with a strong lockout. All right, there's no re-dip on this one. So you're just going to dip and punch that bar straight up. So we'll do 5 of those. And then we're going to start to warm up that overhead position. We're going to get the bar on our back, elbows tucked underneath, belly nice and tight. We're going to do 5 behind the neck presses. Okay, and this is just really working on that extension in your elbow. Okay, and get good shoulder position for when you finish. Then once we're done with those 5 reps, check your clock. We're going to hold on to that barbell for everything's expected to do with an empty barbell or a light barbell. Hold that barbell overhead for about 10 seconds. Then from there, we're going to spread our hips, our feet out, get into that shoulder width stance. And we're going to start to initiate the squat. So with this position, I know we always say butt back all the time, but that and with the overhead position, it really brings our chest forward. Some people don't really notice to keep their chest up. With the overhead squat, you really want to think hips down, okay, and emphasize that. So what we're going to do is we're going to push our knees out. We're just going to bring our hips straight down to our heels, and then we're just going to stand up. So for our warm-up, we're actually going to do very intentional quarter squats or half squats, depending on your mobility, focusing on where our hips are going, and they're going straight down while maintaining an upright torso. Okay, so we'll do a few of those, and then we'll go through another set. All right, so that's our warm-up. Now the overhead squat, we can either take it from the rack. If you're going to take it from the rack, you're going to pull it out as a back squat. Get your wide grip on the barbell, elbows tucked underneath, and then you're going to do a behind the neck jerk. So it's dip, jump, land, and then stand. We can also pick up the barbell from the ground. And then we're going to look for 3 sets of 5 overhead squats. The weight should be the same all the way through. It should be very challenging. Things are going to start to go south once you start to get a little heavier, which is good because we want to see where those faults are and just make some corrections. So just make sure you're checking in with your coach. So we're going with that wide stance. We're locking that barbell up overhead. We're thinking hips down, knees out, bring the barbell all the way down, and then standing up. We're going to do that for 5 reps. So that's going to be the strength part. Next is that dumbbell overhead squat, which could be very challenging. So we're going to give you a couple of options, especially if you were struggling with the barbell overhead squat. So you're going to do 20 alternating dumbbell squat snatches, 20 up downs over the dumbbell, then 16, 16, 12, 12, done, right? Okay, so the dumbbell overhead squat snatch, I'll show you through reps, and then we'll just talk about how we're gonna attack this workout. So those are two alternating dumbbell squat snatches. Alternating meaning you're gonna switch arms. First modification, let's just stay on the same arm. Let's just focus on that squat snatch. All right, so we're just gonna stay in the same arm. That's fine. So a couple of things. That overhead shoulder position, if you grab the dumbbell with your pinky closer to the back end of the dumbbell when you start, when you catch it, all that weight should be a little bit behind you, which will help you get into a better position, and then you can go for your overhead squat. Or you can do it, if you're comfortable with that barbell, you could do it like a barbell. So the dumbbell can be in this position when you start. From here you snatch, and then you have overhead like you would a barbell, and then you can overhead squat that dumbbell. So do whatever makes you feel comfortable. And think about where your arms are. So that's number one. The next thing you can do is catch it in a squat, into a power position, and then take it nice and slow to squat. Or, we still want to emphasize the squat here, you can snatch it, get it to your shoulder, and front squat, and break it up. So once again, it's going to be snatch, front squat, alternate, snatch, front squat. So don't think you're just going to go and power snatch this weight. We're still incorporating that snatch in this workout. Then the next one's going to be that dumbbell up down over the dumbbell, very similar to a burpee, except we're not going to go chest to the ground. We're going to stay into the plank position, and then we're going to jump over our dumbbell. All right. So that's our Metcon. That's our strength. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out, and make sure you post your workout score to Wodify.